Challenge.
Oh, it smells so bad. Ew.
We put one of the most popular detox cleanses to the test.
I'm revealing my weekend cleanse.
How far will these sorority sisters go?
Ow.
Is cleansing real science? Or are we taking a bath? I get my feet wet.
These are toxins coming out of me through my feet.
And see the extremes some will go to get rid of toxins.
They're monstrous.
We're at this happening bar in London, Ontario. Let's face it, university life is a study hard, play hard scene, especially at exam time. This is stress management for many students. Not exactly a lesson in healthy living. So we're asking these 8 sorority sisters to take a different test, the Marketplace Detox Challenge. They're volunteering to do a popular detox cleanse. We'll test their blood before and after to see if it makes a difference to their health.
Any of you ever tried a detox or a cleanse?
All my friends always post doing cleanses and detox, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll do it one day.
Why do you think people want to do detox?
I know you get benefits in your skin, and people say they feel a lot more energized at the end of it.
My mom has done a couple detox and cleanses.
She feels great by the end of it. I mean, yeah, I'll do it with you, but just never really done it.
Allegra hasn't, but some of the world's most famous people sure have, like Beyonce.
I did a fast, master cleanser, but for 14 days.
Actress Gwyneth Paltrow promotes and sells a detox kit. So does Selma Hayek, who touts her own juice cleanse, helping to make detox cleansing a multi-billion-dollar industry.
We're back, and I'm revealing my weekend cleanse that will revitalize you from the inside out in just 48 hours.
But a more authoritative celebrity voice in the detox world is Dr. Mehmet Oz.
And there's bacteria in our gut that actually makes toxic chemicals.
Because he's more than a celebrity, Dr. Oz is a cardiac surgeon on whom millions rely for health advice.
I'm not trying to get you to lose weight. This is a detox. This is a cleanse.
He often uses his mega-hit TV show to promote his natural cleanses.
This I could detox with.
So what's the deal with detox? We've all heard there's bad stuff out there that our bodies absorb every day. We go shopping and find shelves full of products promising to purge poisons and improve our health. We share what we bought with our sorority sisters.
Oh, this is nice. 7 day battle cleanse. That's all you need.
Get rid of the toxins that are built up inside. It makes me feel like I'm going to be sitting on a toilet for 4 days or something.
So the good news is we're not going to put you through anything like 30 days or 7 days. What we're going to do is the Dr. Oz 48-hour cleanse. Oh. Anybody know who Dr. Oz is?
Yes.
Let's start with breakfast.
What exactly does Dr. Oz say his cleanse will do? First, he claims certain foods have detoxifying powers.
Bananas have vitamin B6, essential for important liver detoxification.
He also says restricting yourself to these foods for 48 hours makes your body work better at getting rid of toxins. So who's going to try it?
Everybody stand up and pick a detox team and a non-detox team.
Okay.
Over here we have the
Detox team.
You guys are doing it, okay? And this is our control group.
The control group will stick to their regular diet. But they're also a baseline to compare the impact of the Dr. Oz cleanse on the other girls.
What do you think it's going to be like?
I think it's going to be tough.
Yeah,
it's going to be really
it's
hard.
going to be a commitment.
And how do you think you may feel, though, when it's over?
I'm hoping I feel better.
Yeah, I'm hoping, yeah.
So with that, I bid you good luck and happy eating and cleansing.
Thank you.
Before they get started, our teams need a checkup. So they're here at the London Health Sciences Centre. Dr. George Dresser will be running our detox challenge.
So welcome all of you.
He's a toxicologist and a specialist in internal medicine.
I'm going to give you some lab slips for some blood work, and we're going to look at general health status before and after.
So can your body change in just 48 hours?
Certainly electrolyte changes can happen in that period of time. Changes in liver protein levels and liver enzymes, so certainly 48 hours would be enough for that.
Up next, the sorority sisters are off to the lab for a blood test. Their blood should tell us if their kidneys and liver are functioning better after the Dr. Oz cleanse, something he promises.
Oh my God, I just don't want one. It's over already. Ow, this kind of hurts.
Sarah has never given a blood sample.
Just a little poke, okay? You're doing great. Almost done.
Okay.
You okay?
Ow.
You did very well.
Thank you.
We'll compare each girl's blood after the detox to see if anything changes. Now, the Dr. Oz plan is based on eating healthy food, so we have to hit the grocery store.
Here we go shopping.
With a long and unusual shopping list.
Fennel bulb. So we need 4 of these too. Shiitake mushrooms, flaxseed oil. Oh, there we go. Green kale. 1 large bunch, so times 4. You sure? That's kale? Tells you how often I buy kale. I have Swiss charts. And also tells you how often I detox.
Saturday morning, the first day of Dr. Oz's 48-hour cleanse. Our detox team will be preparing their own meals. We give them the breakfast menu.
So, for breakfast, enjoy quinoa and prunes. This mixture gives you enough protein while providing you with the fiber and natural laxative power of prunes.
Dr. Oz says this breakfast gets things moving.
Prunes, 2 in there. Or the bathroom better.
They signed up for this. Now they're already wondering if it's going to be worth it.
It looks so bad.
Who's going to take the first bite?
I will. It's not that bad.
Really?
I don't think it's bad at all. Oh, I like it. I'm not a fan.
I already see this being a challenge.
The girls are also allowed to drink as much as they like throughout the day, but they have limited choices. The first detox drink in the Dr. Oz cleanse combines pineapple juice, lemons, and pomegranate juice. The second is made from pineapple, ginger, cucumber, and, says Dr. Oz,
It's got kale, which is good for your kidneys.
These are cucumbers. I like it. It's really lemony.
For lunch, it's smoothie time.
We need both those bananas.
Dr. Oz is bananas about bananas.
For important liver detoxification.
How is it? It's good.
Meanwhile, the non-detox sorority sisters don't have to challenge their taste buds. They can eat and drink whatever they want.
There's like some cookies, some bars.
The only temptation is whether to send the Dr. Oz crowd a photo of what they're doing.
Oh my god, I would like to send them a picture and be like, you guys jealous of all the food we're eating right now?
Yeah, we should.
Do it.
The detox group is turning its attention to dinner. On the cleanse menu, vegetable soup. Dr. Oz says cabbage detoxifies the liver and kidneys.
This brow's the winner.
And a side dish of something Dr. Oz says helps break down toxins in the gastrointestinal tract. Sauerkraut. Same sour faces in London.
It smells so bad. Ew.
It's dinner time on night 1, and there's one thing our detox girls can agree upon. They're starving. Here's Natalie.
I'm pretty hungry by this point. I witnessed a girl in the elevator with Subway, and that made me really want it.
And how does Megan feel after a day of quinoa, prunes, cabbage, and sauerkraut?
Not that different yet. Maybe tomorrow will be different. My body feels hungry.
It's the end of day 1. According to Dr. Oz's instructions, the girls can't eat after 7 o'clock. All they're allowed is dandelion tea. Dr. Oz says it helps flush away toxins in your urine before you sleep.
A dandelion root tea. It's a simple little detoxing tea.
Back at their apartment, Megan and Allegra are studying, but just the tea to get them through.
Drink your tea. How good does that tea taste?
It tastes like
I think it's safe to say that we're both hungry and the tea is not holding up.
When we come back, getting cleansed on the outside. A machine that sucks toxins from my feet and leeches that
You didn't know whether you'd get a puppy for your birthday. You didn't know if Jason liked you the way you liked him. You didn't know if you'd be a good parent. And you don't know if you or someone you love has the early signs of cancer. But that you can find out. If you're 50 or over, talk to your healthcare provider about getting screened for breast, cervical, or colorectal cancer.
He's a 20 years straight, get to work on time. He's loved one woman for all his life. Everybody knows he ain't just tough, he's strong.
The all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado. Strong for all the roads ahead.
Suck them from your blood. We've asked a group of sorority sisters to take the Dr. Oz 48-hour weekend cleanse. As day one winds down, Megan takes an evening detox bath as prescribed by Dr. Oz, with Epsom salts and 10 drops of lavender oil. As we immerse ourselves in the detox world, we discover not only how popular this trend is, but how many choices are out there. We take our hidden cameras into this wellness center in the Toronto area and find some treatments that are really out there.
It works between pressure and gravity in order to extract the most fecal matter and toxins from the body.
She's describing something called colon irrigation.
This is the view tube, so you'll see everything that comes out. The good, the bad, the ugly.
The video leaves little to the imagination.
After the patient is comfortably positioned, the rectal nozzle is inserted about 1.5 inches.
The attendant suggests our producer Tiana give it a go. No thanks. So she shows her another detox treatment that's a little less intrusive.
The water will change color depending on what's being cleansed. The toxins are being drawn through your body and out through your feet.
Ionic foot baths promise to rid your body of heavy metals and other toxins. But do they really work? We buy one for $150. Then, I take it to the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine, people who specialize in alternative approaches to health.
Tom Harrington from Marketplace.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Deborah Kennedy is a longtime researcher at the college.
We have an ionic foot bath device brought. I'm going to try it out, and then I want you to tell me what's really going on.
Okay.
First, socks and shoes. Hold your nose. I should have had a pedicure. No comments about my toes, okay? All right. Now I gotta get my feet in there. Nice and warm.
Deborah joins me to help explain what we're seeing.
Well, we're seeing something already, Deborah, in the first few seconds. Look at an orangey thing. Let me just check my guide here. It says detoxifying from liver, cellular debris, and tobacco. I don't smoke, by the way. What they're saying is these are toxins coming out of me through my feet into the water.
Looks disgusting. Seriously, are these really toxins coming out of my feet? Deborah and her colleagues did a study to answer that question.
What was the conclusion?
We found that there was no difference in heavy metals within the water, without feet in the water, and with the feet in the water. We suspected that the color that you see there is from some of the iron content that's actually in the metal.
It's rusting, basically?
Basically.
Do you think what's happening here is a kind of a parlor trick?
I think so. There doesn't seem to be, from a research standpoint and evidence standpoint, any indication that there's any detoxification going on at all here.
Back in London, it's day 2 of our Dr. Oz 48-hour detox challenge.
I don't feel as bloated as I kind of was before.
Natalie's about to dig into her breakfast of quinoa and prunes.
I'm not a prune person, so I'm finding that a bit of a struggle.
They're only halfway home, and Erica is struggling too.
Tired, a little exhausted, and craving. I'm on edge, that's for sure.
That's a lot of food.
I know. I'm going to eat it all, though.
Meanwhile, no prunes or sauerkraut here. The non-detox team starts day 2 digging into brunch.
I got the meat skillet, so a bunch of hash browns and bacon and eggs.
What are they eating? Prunes?
Prunes and...
It must be hard studying, though, when you, feel hungry.
Erica's finding that out, taking a snack break from her studies. But the only munchies Dr. Oz allows are raw veggies.
Chewing something is so good now. It feels really good to eat.
If she thinks this cleanse is tough, maybe she should try this. Yes, those are leeches. Gross. Turned glamorous by one of Hollywood's hottest stars.
Just a week ago, I was in Austria doing a cleanse, and part of the treatment was leech therapy.
Really? Leech?
Demi Moore's late-night preaching about leeching made it an overnight sensation.
Well, it detoxifies your blood, and, you know, they have a little enzyme that when they're biting down on you, that gets released into your blood. And I'm feeling very detoxified right now.
We sink our teeth into that trend at this clinic in Toronto. Mark is our volunteer, a guy who's curious about alternative treatments.
Oh, they really are. They're monstrous.
Yeah, they became monstrous.
And they're having a good time. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
This treatment costs us $150.
One that's a liver detox.
That one?
This is spleen, and these two are actually going to help the back and the knee as well.
Leeches are often used by doctors to regrow veins and fingers. But to remove poisons from our blood? I want to hear what our detox expert, Dr. Dresser, says.
I think that's crazy, to be honest. There is no evidence that using a leech will help detoxify anything.
What about the Dr. Oz cleanse? Does it detoxify? The Marketplace Detox Challenge is over for our test group.
Well, here's the big question. What did you find?
And later, we busted this oil change operation. What happens when we finally catch up with the big boss?
Well, there's an awful lot of people who agree with what we showed.
I just have no idea how I'm going to pay.
We've been testing the Dr. Oz 48-hour weekend cleanse. One group of sorority sisters at London's Western University tried it, while the other just kept to their regular diet. And now they've done their post-cleanse blood tests.
So the Marketplace Detox Challenge is over. How was it?
It was terrible. I was really hungry. Terrible time to do during exams, I have to say.
I just wanted to eat everything in sight. So it was a lot of self-control.
Do you feel any different after doing it?
I'm tired and hungry, but I definitely do feel cleansed.
I do feel cleansed.
What do you think the results are going to be?
I hope they're good.
I hope they're good.
A few days later, the blood test results are back. So I'm back in London to see our expert, Dr. George Dresser.
Well, here's the big question. What did you find?
So we found absolutely nothing. If you look at the level of each of the blood tests before, the level afterwards was almost identical in all of the girls, to the point where I cannot tell which girl had the detox treatment and which did not.
Were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised. There has never been a properly conducted scientific investigation of any of these treatments that I've been able to find. If you read any claim that says in 2 days or 7 days or 30 days, I can substantially change your health status, I think you should be skeptical.
Well, this should be interesting. Some of these girls have endured a pretty unpleasant weekend. How will our Detox Challenge team react?
This is what we call the big reveal.
Oh, man.
We have the results. The bottom line is that he could not tell who did the detox and who didn't.
Really? Wow. Blast it. Bummer. Poor girls.
What do you think of that?
It's a little bit of a bummer, just because it was a tough weekend and there's obviously no results.
So what about all those foods Dr. Oz claims are detoxifying?
Are there such things?
I don't believe so. There is no evidence that I can see that there are specific foods that are better at detoxifying than others.
I want you to take a taste, each of you.
We asked Dr. Oz to come on our show and respond to our results. His people say he's unavailable. We ask again by tweeting him.
We'd like to interview you about your 48-hour weekend cleanse. We tested its claims and will report results on Marketplace.
After all, Dr. Oz is promoting his detox plans to his 3 million plus Twitter followers. No response, so I tweet him another request, not a peep. Back in London, our expert says the Dr. Oz detox may not be sending the right message.
I have concerns that if something like this is being promoted as a way to either maintain health or improve health, and people are avoiding other things that may be more helpful, I think that there could be a negative impact on health.
So what behaviors are proven to improve health? Exercise, eating a well-balanced diet, avoid excess sodium in your diet, consuming alcohol in moderation. But there's still the reality that toxins are all around us, from the food we eat to the air we breathe.
Don't we need to get rid of all that?
Absolutely, and we have everything we need inside of us right now. You know, liver is incredibly efficient at getting rid of those noxious substances. The kidneys do a great job of eliminating many toxins that are soluble in water.
And that's certainly the lesson for these students.
I wouldn't do a cleanse again. I would just, if I wanted to feel better or look better or whatever, I would just really like be more strict on getting all the food groups and in a healthy way. But I don't think that I would follow a cleanse.
Yeah, definitely not follow a cleanse again.
Like getting a degree, when it comes to improving your health, there are no shortcuts. Turns out greasy business